Homegirl, you been on my mind. I've been fantasizing about you all the time. You been going dummy on your song, I climb. How I caught up every lady on my line.
Hey, is this a dream or did I wake up in a fantasy? They throwing shade, but I would rather rent a canopy. We, you, with something see-through. We so legendary, queen, we DQ. And this the preview, let's make life a movie. You be the star.
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. And I feel fine. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the No Chaser podcast. I'm Timothy De La Ghetto. I'm Ricky Shucks. And I'm Nikki Blades. Nah, just playing. It's just me, solo dolo today because it's a strange week. You know what I'm saying? It's a strange month. It's a strange motherfucking year. 2020 is, it's a doozy, y'all. It's a doozy. Not gonna lie. So, Nikki Blades is up in the Bay Area right now. Traveling is not a suggested thing that people should be doing in the current times that we're in. Ricky Shucks is feeling a little under the weather. He does not have the Rona. Don't trip. It is not the Rona. He's just feeling a little under the weather. So we thought maybe it'd be best if he just sat this one out. And it's okay. It's me. I'm here. Me, you. I got my hand sanitizer on deck. I got toilet paper on toilet paper ready to go. I'm with it. But I wish Rick was here to debate with me because Rick doesn't understand why people are so up in arms about getting toilet paper, you know what I'm saying? And not that I think it's worth fighting people or slapping an old lady over, but I get it. If you think you might be quarantined for a couple weeks, then you want to make sure that you can wipe your asshole. But the counter argument would be, why don't you just get in the shower, wash your ass, right? And here's the thing, I was telling Rick that, some people just don't want to use raw hand on raw butt for cleaning, especially when you got some doo-doo remnants down there. And I get it. Because, I grew up with the, some Southeast Asian countries and the Philippines, they use what it's this little metal bowl that you use to wash your asshole sometimes, all right? Filipinos call it a tabo, I do believe, and Thai people call it a kan, all right? So usually you would wipe your ass with the toilet paper, and then just to give it a little like you would use a wet wipe, you get the little bowl of water and you wash your asshole, you know what I'm saying? And I was just telling Rick, sometimes people would rather not go raw hand to raw butt. And he was like, well, I would like to use my, I would just use a towel in the shower. But I'm like, but then you get doo-doo on the towel. And it was a whole thing. We had a whole exchange about it. We'll talk about it on the next episode when we can get everybody in here nice and healthy. You know what I'm saying? But, people are running amok. Things are flying off the shelves. There's bans at the border. There's, let's see, Costco lines are crazy, and it's just a crazy time. You know what I'm saying? No one's shaking hands anymore. Businesses are being shut down. I wanted to get some pho today from my favorite pho spot, but I couldn't get the pho because the pho was closed. I got a haircut, though, because motherfuckers are still trying to make money out here, even though it's difficult. But even though the borders are being shut down, even though Mr. Justin Trudeau himself said, hey, Canadians, wherever you're at, come back to your home country. That did not stop us today from putting on a show because I got a special guest today. I got a special guest who I've known for a really long time, okay? He is a rapper. He is some would say he's a YouTuber, because he's been on YouTube for a while now. And you know what? this guy right here, he's like my little YouTube brother. You know what I'm saying? I've known this man for a long time. Some of y'all might know him as Dpryde. Some of y'all might know him as Pride. But now y'all know him as Russell. Okay, so everybody make some noise. Welcome to the No Chaser podcast. Russell! ! What's up, dog? What's up, man? Welcome.
Are we just...
Oh, we're not even doing that. Hold on.
We can't? Oh, shit.
Hold on.
Yep.
Let's slap, and then we'll slap it on your fist, outside fist, and then we'll hit it with the pound. Boom.
Still moist.
Would you like a little tequila?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm here.
Look at us, man. Who would have thought? Because when oh god,
Do I have to be headphones on?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
I just like the sound of my own voice.
Oh, okay. Very poofy.
So you are very poofy. It's crazy to think that I've known you since you were 15.
Yeah.
Here, are you sipping or shooting? How would you like this, dog? Let's celebratory shot for the first one.
Yeah, however you want.
Let's do that.
I'm going with the flow.
Let's go with the flow. One Mississippi.
Let's go.
There you are.
Yes. I'm here.
You are here.
At such a great time.
I was talking about that in my little opening monologue here. Cheers, bro. Cheers. Cheers to you. I love you too, dog.
Fun.
I think I poured you a girthy shot.
Very girthy.
All right.
Very nice.
Well, man, you're here. It's a crazy time to be here, but you're here. And I've known you for a long time.
Yes.
My guy, Russell, ! AKA Pride, AKA Dpryde, AKA AKA Orange Juice, Lil Wayne parody.
Yep.
So first of all, dog, it's good to see you.
Very, very good.
I'm glad you're here, man. I'm glad you're healthy. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing out here, first of all?
I had a bunch of stuff lined up, like to just work stuff, album stuff. Of course, this too. I wanted to come out and do this. So
yeah.
Good that I got this done.
Bro, we've been talking about doing this for a minute. That's why I was like, I can't reschedule,
Yeah, and I haven't seen Rick in a minute, so
yeah.
we'll do another one when I'm back.
Come back, dog.
Yeah.
Come back.
It'll be great for a group. But I like this because I told you earlier, it's like Tim interviews Russell part 2. So, it's a good little revisit to a conversation of two great friends.
It's just a little therapy session, bro.
Yeah.
What do you want to get it off your chest, dog?
Yeah.
Well, hey, let me get something off my chest first of all.
Let's go.
Okay, because we've done a lot of collaborations together, right?
Yeah.
First one being Keep Your Head Up. Mm-hmm. That was when you were 15. Mm-hmm. The internet loved that. I feel like the internet kids really enjoyed that one. You know what I'm saying? It was
sold like so many. Like I remember, like you had the little blank CDs on eBay. That was a fire hustle. You killed that shit.
Dog, that was my first ever mixtape, and I was selling them on fucking eBay.
That was so fire. I was like, oh man, I'm good enough. I'm so good enough. You threw me on the album. This is nice. I really looked up to you, and I still do.
Well,
but like at the time, being a 15-year-old kid, it was like, and I think I might have been 13 or 14 at that time.
Shit.
But I really was like, oh shit, Tim put me on he put me on the CD on eBay. This is fucking
bro.
sick.
I don't even remember how I came across your shit, to be honest.
MySpace.
It's just
it was definitely MySpace.
We're just fucking rapping on MySpace.
Yeah.
And I think, did I message you? You messaged me? I don't know. Who knows, dog?
Who knows? But we were both Asian and we made a song.
Yeah, we made the song. Fucking, I feel like the Asian kids really loved it. It was really like inspirational and keep your head up type shit. And then what else? We did a bunch of remixes of different shit.
Yeah. The Asian era.
The golden age of YouTube, right? And we'll get back to that. But I say all that to say that we just dropped a new song recently.
Yep.
Called Homegirl. If you ain't heard it, go stream Homegirl. Like actually Russell was like, yo, I got a fucking banger. You should drop a verse on it. I said, hell yeah. Send it to me. It's a hit, right? We shot the video. Video's fucking tight.
I always felt like we had like so many remixes and we had so many songs that were very like parody, like very funny.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, man, like Tim is just, he really like, if we were to do anything like again, I would at least want to have something like super like in the car, like universally played.
Word.
And like I always knew that you'd be the type of dude to be on those records to me. Like I was like, oh, he's so like universal and his you know what I mean, in his realm. Like
That's the thing. I have no problem with making fucking radio hits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
and it was the right one that fit too.
yeah, it's
you
it's a
know?
fun track. You
The
know?
all that ass line, like all that stuff. It was like, oh, this is definitely catered to Tim, and like it's just like, and Homegirl. Just I always just that title too to me was like, oh yeah, this is definitely a Tim record. That's why when I first had made it, I was like, yeah, we just got to send it to him because
Hell yeah.
it works.
I feel like a lot of tracks we've done in the past, like they're fun, or they're either like you sent me some shit. What was it? It was a track called The Re-Up, where it was like super aggressive.
rappy. Yeah, dude. Yep. The good old days.
All right, real quick. Look, we all getting older in these streets, okay? And sometimes your hair and your hairline gets affected, okay? But I got good news, okay? Because I know 2 out of 3 guys will experience some sort of male pattern baldness by the time they're 35. But what's the good news? With today's advancements in science, Keeps offers proven treatments that can combat the symptoms of hair loss and help you keep the hair you have at half the cost of your local pharmacy. You don't have to go broke to avoid going bald, guys. I'm telling you, Keeps offers generic versions of the only 2 FDA-approved hair loss products out there, okay? So some of you may have tried them before, but probably never for this price, because I got a good deal, okay? Keeps has revolutionized the way men are treated for their hair loss. Thanks to Keeps, you no longer have to go to the doctor's office for your hair loss prescription. Now you can visit a doctor online and get your hair loss medication delivered to your home. No more waiting rooms and no more pharmacy checkout lines. Get doctor attention and discreet drug delivery, all from the comfort and privacy of your own home. Find out why Keeps has more 5-star reviews than any of its competitors, and nearly 100,000 men trust Keeps for their hair loss prevention medication. All right. I happen to know somebody who is currently balding, and Keeps is keeping him from going completely bald, all right? So look, I got a special deal for y'all, okay? If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/chaser to get your limited time offer of hair loss treatment. That's KEEPS.com/chaser. You know what? It's time we just sit at home and listen to some music. You know what I'm saying? And look around you. It's a wireless world, and everyone needs a great pair of wireless earbuds. But before you go dropping hundreds of dollars on a pair, you need to check out the wireless earbuds from Raycon. Real talk, I use the Raycon earbuds, okay? They fit super comfortably in my ear. A lot of earbuds will just fall out of my ear. The Raycon ones are actually mad comfy, all right? And you already know Raycon earbuds start at about half the price of any other premium wireless earbuds on the market, and they sound just as amazing as the other top audio brands you know. They really do. The newest model, the Everyday E25 earbuds, are their best ones yet, with 6 hours of playtime, seamless Bluetooth pairing, more bass, and a more compact design that gives you a nice noise isolating fit. Okay? Unlike some of your other wireless options, Raycon earbuds are both stylish and discreet, with no dangling wires or stems. Now, you heard me talk about the company was co-founded by Ray J and celebrities like, I don't know, Snoop Dogg, Cardi B, Brandy, and they're obsessed with the Raycons, okay? Pick a pair and see what the hype is all about. Now's the time to get the latest and greatest from Raycon. Get 15% off your order at buyraycon.com/nochaser. That's buyraycon.com/nochaser for 15% off Raycon's wireless earbuds. buyraycon.com/nochaser.
You know, I just I really, really think you're underrated in the rap space. So
appreciate that.
you know, it's good to get the ball rolling with you know, good song.
Thanks, man. You know, and of course, you know, I feel like everybody in the that whole world of Asian rappers, we always kind of, even though you were the youngest one, we saw you as like, you were the one who were like, that he's talented. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, yeah, that boy's talented. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think I even remember. And your live show was always dope too. Your energy is crazy, because I remember one time the first time I think it was like Dumb was on a show with all of us, because Dumb didn't do a whole lot of those Asian shows until like maybe later into it. And I remember Dumb being like, yo, I'm low key like inspired by Pryde's show, but like Pryde's live performance right now. He was like, I'm kind of inspired right now. I want to like step my live performance up, you know? And so yeah, man, we go way back, but we got this new song called Homegirl, and the music video, your boy is cutting it right now, and it's fucking, I know it's dope.
Shout out Logan.
Shout out to Logan.
Shout out Logan. He's here too. Yeah, buddy. Sorry.
And here's the thing, and he came in the room and he was like, yo, I got it exported right now for you to take a look at. I'm like, let me tell you something, dog. That doesn't even matter, because I can't even fucking upload right now.
Let's go.
Let me tell you,
beef time,
bro. It's so stupid, dog. It's so dumb. All right. So I got a recent email from YouTube saying we removed one of your videos for sexual content or nudity, right? And it was a sketch I did a couple years ago, dog. There's no fucking nudity in it. It's a little sexual, but nothing that's like OD sexual.
What was it called?
It's called Trick or Treat. It's called Trick or Treat, some shit like that. Trick or Treat, it was a Halloween video, right?
Okay.
And the whole basis of the video is I invite two girls to my hotel room, and it was a Halloween themed skit because they were both cosplayer girls. Like one girl, like she was dressed up as one of the Incredibles, and like her body's crazy. And another girl dressed up as Cammy from Street Fighter, but no one was naked, and nothing got sexual. The most it happened was they were about to like put their booties like near me, and then fucking Rick puts a gun in my mouth and robs me, right? So that's the whole sketch, right? And then so I get this email saying, not only is this video removed, but also you have a strike on your YouTube channel and you can't upload for 7 days, all right? So of course I appeal that shit, and I write to YouTube. I'm like, there's no nudity here.
Yeah.
It is barely sexual at most, right? And then I see Team YouTube posts on Twitter that right now, because of the Rona, that a lot of their people aren't working in the office, so they're leaving everything to computers to basically just scan and remove videos. Like their literal tweet was, "Hey guys, we know it's about to be hard for you right now because we got computers doing this shit."
That's so
whack. Because of that, when I was gonna go hard, I was about to upload a bunch of shit on YouTube just because I knew people were home right now. Yeah. But like, I got a fucking my fucking YouTube channel is on quarantine for a week.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
So wait, what? From now, when is that then?
Let's see. This should drop tomorrow, Wednesday. So I feel like I have maybe like another 5 days after that, 4 days before I can upload anything else.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Which is annoying because they always want me to drop the videos of the podcast at the same time as the audio, but I'm not even allowed to. I'm sorry, Arvin, I can't.
It is what it is, man.
It is what it is. But
shout
hey,
out YouTube.
But when I do drop the video, it's gonna be fucking tight. We got dope ass visuals. I got sexy ass homegirls in it. And Russell kills the hook. I killed my verse. I got like radio friendly, but also heavy bars. So stream it and all that shit.
It's been doing really well on the streaming.
People,
so shout out all the fans.
Yeah, like real light, like 100,000 streams without any promo, really. And then you just dropped a new project that did like 1 million streams in a week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us really about your new project, dog.
It came out a month ago. And it's been my like most well received body of work
ever.
Yeah, funny enough, because I was like super afraid of putting it out. But it's out. It's called Boy Lonely. 10 songs, and it's just like a coming of age reconnection project. About me growing up from boy to a man, but still almost like expressing that I'm just like a boy in a man's body.
Okay. No, I feel that.
And I felt like a lot of my music is super expressive. I didn't want to go super literal in terms of just like explaining everything about my life. So I just made it all kind of, I kind of explained it all in the mood of like this, it's going to sound so like music maker, but sonically, you know what I mean? Like when you hear the beats, when you hear the energy of each record, you'll really hear it yourself. Like, oh, he was going through this at this time. Okay. He was going through this at that time. It's a little story almost without having to be one from like track 1 to 10. So I just kind of like I wanted to make something short and sweet for people to understand, like, yeah, like I still rap, you know. I've kind of had it in my back pocket for a bit, and I was singing, you know what I mean? And, you know, I have a passion for making music in general.
Yeah.
You know, but I really felt like with this album, it was like, let me get my rap off, because I want to do everything, right? And you also know, you know, you can relate to just like having to, you know, the supply and the demand of a man with, you know, many skills. It's
Right,
like,
right.
I want to do this.
You want to do everything, but
You
then it's
want to,
like,
yeah, but people hold you to like how they see you one certain way.
yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll give them a rap album then. If they want the rap, I'll give them the rap, but I want to do it my way. And yeah, that's what this album is all about. And in that month, I've just seen like a lot of love on it. A lot of people really supporting it. Homegirl coming out right after too, like brought a lot of awareness to it. So
Good.
thank you.
Of course,
Appreciate
man.
that. That's
Look,
incredible.
man. We all a team, bro. You know I've always rooted for you, dog.
Thanks, man.
I always wanted you to win, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
Because we always thought, you know, like I said, man. I mean, look, in the age of the Asian musician YouTuber, right? I feel like there was a lot of us that were getting booked for shows because we were just Asian, right? And it was a beautiful time. You know what I'm saying? We were busy. We were fucking traveling the world.
Yeah.
It was lit. But then me and Rick would always talk about how not everybody that was a part of that wave was necessarily dope. You feel me? Like we were just kind of
Talented though.
Yeah.
But like not, yeah.
like, but not.
it's not a knock
But
to
you,
them either.
yeah, exactly. But you knew who wasn't necessarily gonna be around forever. You feel me? Like a lot of us were there because we were a part of this clique, right? And I felt like, you know, I knew that you would like rise above the whole fucking just like stigma of it. As long as you kept making music, I knew you would like be more than just the shtick of like, you know, we're just like this like the poppin' Asian YouTubers, you know what I'm saying? And so I'm glad you kept grinding, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks,
I feel like, you know, out of everybody, you also have just a really strong work ethic, you know, and I
Thanks,
think
man.
that's why you and me are still doing shit.
Yeah, a lot of resilience, you know.
Yeah.
And, it's like, and again, being in that like supply and demand thing of like, you know, you could fit yourself within so many avenues and so many different things, but people expect like one thing.
Yeah.
And it's hard, you know, when that one thing is making you a crazy bag, and you're like, oh man, I could like just go do that one thing and make all this money. But then there's that other side too, where you're like, nah, but I do want to act, and I do want to write this thing, and I do want to do this, and I do want to do this. Like, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna like skip out on these like crazy bags, and I'm gonna just work on this because this is lifelong.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been pushing ever since, you know, that wave kind of died out.
Yeah.
And I pushed towards the industry, just more so being within like the actual music industry and like figuring things out, you know, taking, you know, rather doing all those shows, like I was coming out here. I was, you know, putting myself into situations in like New York and like wiggling my way into networking opportunities with my label at the time. And then, you know, when they were away, it was like myself doing it.
Yeah.
Which is like, you know, this too, like you do everything almost by yourself as much as I do almost at like a certain scale. And it's like, that is like so overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's like fucked overwhelming. And like, I've never went to school, you know what I mean? But I can like somewhat relate to people when it comes to like that, like studying for final stuff, or like if it's like, you know, just like cramming a bunch of things and like, you know, having to do Adderall and like having to study for like a billion, you know, I don't do that, but I can like kind of relate to that like manic pressure of having to like live up to a deadline almost sometimes, but I don't have any deadlines. It was just like the industry almost keeping me up to like, you know what I mean? Keeping me at this workable speed of like, yo, there's always somebody being created every week. So you have to like...
You gotta keep up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in a way, that was like a gift and a curse for me. And I feel like you could probably say the same too, just being in the industry and having to like try each time, you know what I mean? Going to auditions, falling on your ass, like nobody really believes, you know, but it's that resilience that kind of has you push forward to know, like I remember talking to Dave about you, and it was like, he told me Sorry.
David So is who he's talking about when he says Dave.
Yeah, David. Shout out David So. I remember talking to David So about you, and he was like, yeah, he knew he was going to be a star.
Well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, that's already like, to me at least, that's already like 50% of the resilience, because you're like, yeah, I know it's going to happen.
I mean,
you know?
exactly. Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like, the thing about me personally, I don't know if this is how it goes for you, but like, I keep working regardless of how much I might fail, whatever you consider failing, but because I feel like I know where I'm supposed to be, so I feel like I just gotta keep working because that's where I'm supposed to be. So it's like, if I stop now, then I won't get where I'm supposed to be. It's like, this is where I'm supposed to be. Why wouldn't I keep going? You know what I'm saying? I just had like, and not to say like a day job is the worst thing in the world. It's really not. It's not at all.
And somebody really wise, at least, to my knowledge, told me it's just like some people are cut for this, some are not. Exactly. And that doesn't make it a good or a bad thing. You don't have to, for people like us, we're always kind of striving for more, Yeah.
And you don't necessarily have to do that, right? There's nothing wrong with having your job, doing your 9 to 5, doing your thing.
Yeah.
And if you're happy with that, that's cool. Like, there's no shame in that. You feel me?
I quit being that like fucking normal job guy, because it's like every entertainer does that. Like, they go, fucking normal job, you can't work. Nah, but like at the same time, like, a lot of people need to build in this world. A lot of people need a paycheck. And you can't do that. You're almost like dissing people that actually like really need to go get a paycheck and like need to work day to day and feed themselves. It's not like, a lot of people aren't fortunate enough to have a certain path. Some people get dealt a really shitty hand.
Yeah.
So it's like, that too is like, part of the resilience, like almost being thankful in a way. So it's like, shit, like I'm actually kind of dope. Like I should be a little more thankful. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna stick it out for a bit longer.
Yeah, it's kind of like we feel like we owe it to not only ourselves, but without sounding fucking like full of myself, like I owe it to like the universe to fulfill my destiny.
No, for real.
You know what I'm
for
saying?
Real. And if anybody says that's you being full of yourself, they just don't get it.
Yeah.
Like they really don't. And that's why I literally got this tattoo the other day. It literally just says misunderstood on it, because like I always, it's so like teen angst, but like for real though, like I really feel like in that regard, it's like I'm always just like on this expectation of myself, because I know how fucking great I am.
You know your potential.
So it's like, it's like as many mistakes as I make, like I'm not a fuck up in my head. So I know like I'm always going to be better. Like if I fucked up, okay, fine. Like I'll go fix it though. Like, but a lot of people don't understand that about me. Mm-hmm. I feel, a lot of loved ones might get that fucked up sometimes, or like in certain ways that might just get like lost in translation with certain people, and especially those that aren't in the entertainment industry. Yeah. 'Cause like, we're really always living up to expectations, and if not the expectations of like the people we make our product for, it's like
it's your own expectations. Like, I was just gonna bring that up.
Imposter syndrome. It's like, am I as really good as I think I am?
I was just gonna bring that up, bro.
Weird, man.
And honestly, I feel like it's a gift because it keeps us working, but it's also a curse, man. Because so I've seen the Hamilton musical like 4 times. All right,
it's really good.
It's fucking dope.
I heard.
Oh, it's fucking dope. It's fucking dope. And but the thing that I relate to. Every time I watch that musical, I relate to Alexander Hamilton so much, as well as like other just like people in time that and I ask myself this question sometimes. It's like, because there's this song where everyone is asking him like when he is gonna be satisfied, like is he ever gonna be satisfied, because he fucking is always constantly working and trying to get shit done. He always feels like his job is never done, and it gets him to the point where it almost kind of like he's so looking to the next thing that he doesn't look around and realize how good he like has it at the moment. You know what I'm saying? And like that
really
shit
distracted by it.
Yeah. So I always I try to like remind myself of like, okay, even though you're not satisfied yet with what you're doing and where you're at in life, like don't forget to take a second and fucking absorb everything good,
be all right,
all the blessings. Yeah, because like it's easy to get caught up in the I gotta do more, because you know how much potential you have.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, okay, shit, let me take a second, fucking let me count my blessings. But then also, you know, I got work to do, you know. Ouch! Ouch! Oh my God! Fuck, shit, cunt, skibbity weebop, Christopher Reeves. That's what I was saying the last time I cut my testicles trying to shave my pubic region, all right? And that is because I did not have the Manscaped life. Thank you, Manscaped, for turning my loud shrieks into multiple peaks, okay? Here's the thing, all right? Your boy doesn't have pubes on his actual balls, but I got pubes around my ball region. So sometimes it gets a little dangerous when I'm trying to trim and shave and look presentable for my lady, okay? But the Manscaped engineering team spent 18 months perfecting the greatest ball hair trimmer ever created and just released the new and improved Lawnmower 3.0. And look, I use this shit in the shower. I really do. It's waterproof, okay? When I tell you this is premium, I'm talking about premium. The battery will last up to 90 minutes so you can take a longer shave. And one of the coolest features is the LED light, which illuminates grooming areas for a closer and more precise trimming, okay? Your boy just shaved his balls in the shower this morning. And let's not forget about the charging stand. Show your mower off loud and proud because this intelligently designed stand is a rapid charging dock powered by USB, okay? And check this out, just for y'all. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code NOCHASER20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code NOCHASER20. Your partner, your dick, and your balls will thank you.
Yeah, man, it's good to keep that little like percentage of dissatisfaction. You know what I mean? It's healthy in a way. I do know that like in certain ways, as growing up in the industry, it's brought me a good amount of like post-traumatic stress, especially being in it since like a teenager. You know, so and I was saying this on David So's thing. It was like I urge to young people, just like, don't try to get lit too quick, man. That shit'll burn you out.
Hey, man, that's so funny that you say that. Okay, wait, finish your thought. No, actually, tell me your thought after I tell you this thought. Because we always used to look at you, young Dpryde. We used to be like, man, fucking Dpryde is so talented, but he's so young, you know?
Yeah.
And back then, I used to say, like, you know, when you're 15, you're a fucking freshman in high school, you're already feeling yourself, right? So we were looking at little Dpryde, and we were like, man, not only is he dope, but he's 15, he's feeling himself, he has a whole, like, he's just got signed and shit.
Yeah.
Like, we used to be like, what's gonna happen to Dpryde if he's feeling himself too much? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you were definitely popping, like you were dope, and you were around, I feel like you were around a bunch of people who were also telling you were dope.
Yeah, almost like a little too much.
Exactly. So, okay, what was your experience with that?
And not to fully discredit the people I was around.
Right.
So I always want to say that because I still very much like respect them very dearly. And I'm actually very thankful they were in my life. But you know, a lot of what I was taught was like this fuck everybody mentality. You're the greatest, and like you need to understand that, and that's how you're gonna get to the top, because the greats have
Sipping or shooting?
I mean, I'll sip just because I don't want to fucking get it all over my face and shit.
Go ahead.
But I was around a share of people who would kind of like, in a way, unnecessarily try to puff my ego up to make me do better. But really, like, you know, realizing it as a 26-year-old man, I was incredibly anxious as a kid due to a lot of struggles in my life and dealing with my past, in which I'm now seeing was very dark. I came from a really dark upbringing, so having people almost like force this mantra of like, you're the best in the world, you're fucking, you gotta think like Michael Jackson, you have to fucking oh, I loved Wiz Khalifa at the time, and I love like Taylor Gang, and like I want to wear camo shorts and like wear Chucks, and like I want to be a kid, like I want to be a fan, like that's how I am now, is like, in a sense
They wouldn't let you wear camo shorts and Chucks?
it's not that. it was like I wanted to do all these things and be a fan of certain things and be like a kid and, you know, follow up the trends and, you know, be up to date with my homies were in my neighborhood, you know what I mean? Like the new music they were listening to. And I was just a kid. Like I was a genuine kid.
You were literally a kid.
And I was just I was just put onto this mantra of like, fuck that. You want to listen? No. You're going to end up too much like Wiz. Like, fuck that. Nah, fuck Wiz. Like, you shouldn't listen to Wiz. Fuck that. Listen to you. Write about you.
Okay.
Like, this is all about you right now. So, like, don't blah, blah, blah. And then it was like, okay. I guess not. Okay. I guess I'll like kind of go along with this attitude that I'm supposed to have because these people are older than me. So they understand a little better than me. So, okay, I'll listen. You know?
Yeah.
But again, it was just that little like anxious part of me where I was like, should I listen? I don't know. And it was just like a lot of confusion because at the same time, the underlying thing under all of this is I just want to make music, you know, and I don't want to be in high school. And I just want to make sure that my mom I like literally witnessed my mom go through like the craziest amount of shit. So it's like, for a kid that age, you just want to like, that's like me walking with my mom to the store and like she wants to get like, you know, just like a simple like $40 shirt. And like you're just sitting there like, man, other fucking kids my age got a job. Like, the fuck, man? And I'm just here like disappointing her every single fucking week. Like, I made a new song and it's on YouTube. Like, it's like, nah, like I really need to level the fuck up. But when you're that young, you think, all right, let me just go sign a contract and get on this level and blah, blah, blah. So like so much was going in my head to that like amount of pressure that it was like, okay, if these people say that this overgrown superstar attitude, like I'm the shit attitude is going to work, then fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, I got to do this. I guess I got to do this. And, you know, on top of that, it's just like these repetitive dinners you do at Philippe Chow and, you know, the over and over again club nights that you're spending and you're 16 in fucking One Oak. And like, it's like, and this is like the golden era too. So it's like, I'm like in the middle of so much, but people are not understanding. It was like, almost like I had to fake it till I made it. Cause like, it was so much to fucking, like I'm seeing Nas in front of me and I fucking name drop. That's so fucking dumb. Fuck, man. I hate that shit. But imagine that, like you're 16.
Right.
And it's just like, holy shit. And you don't know how to compute this. Yeah. And it's just like, then you go home and this thing is told to you like, yo, stay the same. So you want to talk about it, but you don't know how to. But then like all these people in your head, like tell, yo, you're the shit. So you don't know kind of how to say it, but you're kind of hyped. So it's like, so then it comes out wrong.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I know.
And then you're like, fuck, man, life is moving so fast.
I remember one time specifically, it was a show in Vegas, and this was I feel like this was that stage of your life.
Yeah,
where shit was going good, but it was like you were still a kid.
And I didn't get it.
And you didn't get it.
I didn't get it.
You knew it was cool, but you didn't get it. And I remember one time, and now you don't know this. You probably don't remember this, but we were all pulling up to the venue for some show we're doing in Vegas, and you were like, dude, yeah, nah, like they just came and picked me up in a Bentley right now.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
And we were like, okay. No, we're like, okay, cool, man. But really, we're like, okay, who cares, Dpryde? No one cares about your fucking Bentley.
But the thing was, at the time, I didn't know how to digest these.
Right, exactly. Because you were young. You were young as shit.
And my family, like, all respect to my family, but like, bro, like, I didn't grow up with this shit. It was weird. And it was presented to me like, you should be feeling yourself. You should be blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay. And again, like, this is also my doing too, because it's also the way I handled it. Yeah. So I'm not all the way like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not all the way. Bro. I totally understand myself, but I'm not all the way like, yo, it was them. No. Like, so
at what point do you feel like your family kind of realized that this shit was like official? You know what I'm saying? Where it wasn't just like Lil Russell was making songs on YouTube anymore, where it was like, oh, okay, this is something legit.
Surprisingly, my family, in which I'm actually like super thankful for, my family always took me seriously. Okay. Always. Dope. Like, of course, like in the beginning stages, you know, you tell your mom you want to rap. Yeah. So it's like weird. Yeah. You know what I mean? And she was like, in a way, she was like, okay, let's see. Yeah. But
did they know you were dope?
they were like traditional parents, so it's like they didn't really know what dope was at the time. And it's this thing that almost like every girl tells me. It's just that passion in my eyes to go do it was like everything to them. Mm-hmm. They're like, whether he sucks or not, he's not crying. He's not crying about his dad. He's not out there trying to kill himself. Like he kind of likes this thing. Like, let's see where it goes. Cause like, and then them seeing, you know, this, I'm like just reaching 5'3" and I'm in the middle of like all these open mics. Yeah. You know, my mom seeing photos of me like in the hood with like a bunch of gun packing rappers and I'm doing open mics and my mom's like, this tension in a room that he's just cutting through is like all off this passion he has. So it was like, I always knew I was going to be dope. Yeah. I just was around people that didn't understand how to hinder that dopeness.
No, I feel you.
But you know, I'm just like, I'm forever happy that my family understood that. Like, aside from them being my family over there, in which I still consider them family. I love them with all my heart. My family always was like, yo, he's on to something. Like, regardless. He's on to something. Fuck it. You know?
Hey, man. I'm
thankful.
And we still here, bro. We still here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're 26 now. That means when we first did that first song together, that was 11 years ago.
Yeah, man.
That's a long fucking time. I remember the first time I met you in real life. I think we were in New York, and we met up by the red stairs,
Times Square.
Yeah, and I had no idea you were taller than me. I always thought you were like either my height or shorter than me. And I met you in real life, and I was like, "What the fuck? This is weird."
Yeah, dude. And it's crazy how like just at the time too, like. Regardless of all, because again, like we were talking about, I was like this kid around so much shit. Yeah. So it's like I'm around so many celebrities and I'm doing all this fucking, it's just like all this child star shit. But meeting you is like, holy shit. Like, oh my God. Like this dude told me what a clitoris was, man. Like, what the fuck? It's him. Man. It's fucking him. I was like, funny. No way. Like, it's just funny because Logan's in there right now. I wonder where Logan is. Logan said the same thing when he met you, and it was just hilarious because I really relate to that. Like, almost like it's cool because I feel like we're both on that level where it's like just mentally where we're like, we're not aware of the impact we really made. Yeah. But it's really inspiring to just see like people like, you know, if there was ever a message about anything, you know, like with you, it's like if there was ever anybody to spread a sexual, you know, the message of sexual awareness and all that stuff to young kids, it was you were definitely the best candidate for that.
Mean, that's what, I mean, dude, I was trying to do it not only for young people, but for young Asians, you know, because I felt like a lot of the Asian kids back then had nobody to look to for advice on shit like that.
And if we're being honest, in my eyes, they still don't.
Right.
You know, in a way, it's like, I meet so many Asian kids, and I actually wanted to talk about this like somewhat today. Yeah. But I just see a lot of Asian kids, like I'll speak to some, like just like in passing, you know, like I'll be in a social situation and somebody will just be, they'll be like, yo, man, you have so many tattoos. Like, yo, man, that's sick. And I'll be like, yeah, thank you, man. Like, you know, that's like, I love when people at least adore the art on me because I feel I look like a fucking, you know, like a elementary school bathroom. But like, when people really tell me, hey, dude, like, you know, that looks really cool. You know, like, yeah, I'm gonna nod that off and be like, yeah, thank you. But this guy also followed it up with like, yeah, man, I wish I could do that shit, man. You know, it's just, I'm Asian, so, you know, it's like, I'll look a little try hard, you know what I'm saying? And like, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, just go do it. Like, what do you want to get? Like, yeah, I want to get my family, blah, blah, blah. Then fucking get it. It's your family, man. If anybody said, like, fuck that, man. Like, you're not a poser if you want to represent yourself and express yourself artistically.
I mean, if anything, it's going to look try hard if you do it in a try hardy way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you own it, then you're not trying, you're doing it.
Yeah, and also, like, the hair thing. Like, I know a lot of Asian males, like, do the whole, like, how can I style my hair because, like, I have straight Asian hair and blah, 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 and, like, I want it. Then do whatever you want. Right. Like, really, do whatever you want. Like, go go perm your head, go fucking throw a bunch of blonde in it. Like, who cares, man? You're an Asian person. Like, everybody does it. So it's just like, you're not a tryhard. You're not this. You're not that. Like, you should go out there and speak to girls as much as the rest of them do.
That's
like,
what I'm saying,
you should
man.
chill out. And you know, with all that being said, I think like you are a good embodiment of that confidence in Asian men to like actually be like, and again, we know the reality, you know, and I know the reality of me is like, you're short, you're Asian, you're this, you're that. And it's like, you still kind of power through it. Again, it's that resilience.
Well, that's the thing about it, bro. That's the thing about it is like, yes, I'm short, and yes, I'm an Asian man. But I always like, and dudes will ask me like, that they always used to ask me like, bro, how are you so confident? Like, where do you get it from? You know what I'm saying?
Where do you think that comes from, by the way? Because I've actually, and I've grown up solely like, you know, I've grown up off your content a lot. Like, I've actually listened to so much of the advice from the De La Ghettos as a kid and stuff like that. So it's like, actually, and I don't mean to be one of those kids, but I kind of already, in a sense, know, but I also do want to know in depth, like, what that's, like, how did you find that? Because you've always been like that to me.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like I found somewhat, not a newfound confidence, but like a good, like, you know, research confidence where like I've, you know, built myself up to it. But I see that you've always kind of had it, you know, in yourself. Like, you've always had that, like, ever since I've watched like the first video, it was always like this self-awareness that was always brought.
Yeah, well, you know what, man? Like, no, and I never really thought about this until I went on Niga Higa's podcast, because like I always was a confident person, and I never really put in any thought as to why. And like for the longest time, you know, I would always just kind of tell myself, like, what was the point? Like, there was no point in being worried about what other people thought of me when I was just trying to like just get the most out of like what I wanted in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, whether that be like going after a part I wanted in a musical in school, or like going after a girl I thought was super bad. Like, I never would look at a girl and be like, she's out of my league or whatever, or I'd be like, I'm too short to play this part or whatever like that. But I never thought about why I felt that way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to be honest, man, I think like I just had a really, like, my parents really gassed me up. You know what I'm saying? I think my parents always kind of told me and like supported my ideas like creatively, and like they never told me like any weird idea I had was stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially for an Asian kid, I had parents that were very encouraging of any creative shit I wanted to do, any weird ideas I had. They would always like play with me when I had fucking weird ideas, and my mom always told me I was cute, you know? I think like all of that really kind of helped me build a lot of confidence. I felt like, yo, I got good ideas, I'm cute. Who the fuck cares what anybody else is gonna tell me or what other people think of me? Like, if I see a bad chick that I want, I'm gonna go after it. Her, not it, but like I'm gonna go after her. If I see something that I want, I'm gonna try and get it, because like
That's dope.
I'm gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? And and I just like really I mean, even I remember being a little ass kid, and the janitor at my elementary school was like, you walk like a big man. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, shit, I don't know. That's just always just who I was.
You really do, though. In my eyes, too, like, as your friend, you do.
Right.
And I think that's like almost inspiring, just as a person doing what we do and looking what we look like. It's always good to look, you know, to your side and almost see that somebody is as strong as you want to be at your lowest. You know what I mean? And there were so many times at my lowest, you know, after that Asian era, where I was like, fuck, dude, like, I'm popping right now.
Yeah.
But financially, I'm not doing well. I don't know what to do. But then, like, almost like, you know, for example, like seeing how much content you always pump out. And even when you're just like, even when like you evidently are not feeling it, you're just putting out shit and it's still like hitting, because again, like, you just love this shit so much.
Right.
So, you know, as somebody that almost gets very like not confident sometimes.
Yeah.
It's cool to see almost like a colleague or like a peer of mine, always kind of have that resilient work effort. And it's like from a podcast to doing a food show, to doing all that. It's actually quite admirable, man.
Well,
I don't know, I feel like, in some ways it's like you're almost setting the tone for. It's almost like just being that, I'm trying to figure out like a good example for it, but just like, I don't know, if I were to create like an entertainment Mount Rushmore right now, you'd probably like Asian entertainment Mount Rushmore. I would put you in that just because like you're that generation.
Thanks, man.
Do you ever feel that way?
Not
like trying to like puff your ego.
No, yes, I do. I do feel that way.
Do you ever feel that way?
I feel the way, and also I feel like people are still asleep. I feel like I feel that way, and also
Definitely.
I don't get respect. You feel me?
Definitely, because I feel like every single Asian person I talk to, or people that are affiliated with like have an Asian friend.
Yeah.
Always tell me they know you. Like there's never been one person that's like, yeah, I don't know that guy. No, like you've represented in a great way. I feel like if in like the next couple of years, like it's just gonna be so different with the Aquafinas and the people really
agree.
doing great shit. I think you're one of those people too that will rise along with that.
I think next year is gonna be a good year for both of us, bro. And I'm not saying.
You think so?
I think so. I'm not gonna say this year because this year's rough, but I think this
year's been a bit rough. I actually walked into this podcast like off a bad day too.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I know I'm like super positivity and shit, and super hardworking positivity. Keep your head up. Don't let motherfuckers hold you down type shit.
Motherfuckers is holding me down.
But look, the last couple weeks, dog, aside the whole corona shit, the last couple weeks were low key rough for me too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and and I say that to say, I mean, people look at me and they think I'm always happy. And look, for the most part, I am a happy person. I'm not one of these comedians or just like happy people that is putting on a front. Like I'm genuinely in a good place 90% of the time, right? But I also do go through some bullshit as well,
Yeah, I always deal with that dilemma of like, because I don't ever want to be that dude that has to fake like I'm happy all the time. I think people feel that way because I'm very smiley and I'm very joyous. And it's just quite like I am that guy. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, I know that I'm emotional as shit. Yeah. I am the most emotional person.
And that's okay, dude.
Yeah. I'm trying to be in terms with that. Like, especially in like my love life, I'm like really trying to be like, keep on terms with that because I know that a lot of women don't like too anxious of a guy. I'm fucking anxious as shit, dude. I have the worst case of anxiety like ever to myself. Just to myself, like to my degree, I'm like, fuck, why am I so anxious? But I know people have it worse.
Yeah.
But like for me, it's like it's the fucking worst. But
I think you just gotta keep a balance, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's all about balance. Like I'm a very emotional person as well. All right. But I learned a long time ago, especially with women, that like I can't always do that. You feel me? Because they'll tell you they want a sensitive guy, but then you give them a fucking real ass sensitive guy and they don't like respect it anymore.
I always give it like the 2 panic attack rule. They always leave after my second panic attack.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, man. Like I really do have a dark past, and like a lot of it has to deal with how things were like, after my pops like left, and I have my step pops, but my mom was like she loved me a lot, but I still grew up under somewhat of like a tense household, having to deal with a lot of adjustment, a lot of moving around, and then getting into the music industry, just having so many expectations towards me to the point where like, it was just so like, it was so much on me and I get very overwhelmed. So, and a lot of women love my resilience. A lot of women, I'm very aware of this, like I hate to be that guy to talk about himself so much, but I'm incredibly aware of what people like about me. And like a lot of them like my passion to do things, and a lot of them like my work ethic and how much I love what I do and how much I love myself in you know, in terms of what I do.
Bro, we're here
So-
because of like 85% work ethic, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's just, they see that as a great thing, but then like, you know, there's that side of me where there's a lot of dark shit in my life that I'm still like, it's not like I'm trying to just,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, you
I'm
can't.
actually working, like I currently undergo therapy like every week.
Good.
Like, I go to therapy once or twice a week.
Good.
So, and that's off my past. Like, it's really off my past. It's off, you know, I also want to like kind of deflate my ego. I've been trying to do that the best way I can.
You feel like you're
because
being your ego's too big right now? Is that how you feel?
I've always felt like that.
Okay.
But not like, I won't say like, oh, I'm like that right now. I'm just very aware that it, you know, from what I've digested as a person, I know that I can come off quite. And again, to preface this, I don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks.
Yeah.
But at the same time, for people I love, I never want them to think that I am trying to put on something just so I can satisfy them. No, like love will always satisfy me, and I'm just talking about things. But it's like I like to go to therapy to almost flush every thought out of my mind that what I'm doing is almost better than everybody else.
Right.
And just taking it as this is life.
Yeah.
And these are the people and things you're going to meet and do. So
I was just gonna say, I feel like if any reason you would come off egotistical is because I know that you're just a very analytical dude. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
like to analyze yourself.
Yeah,
And
all
because
the
of
time.
that, you like to just talk about that. Not that you like talking about yourself. You just kind of like to express these thoughts about
Hell
yourself. And then, you know, to somebody who doesn't know you, it might seem like you just like talking about yourself. But really,
Yeah.
you're working shit out. You know what
yeah,
I'm
I
saying?
really am, you know, and again, it's because of just such a weird, dark past I've had, you know, and I think for anybody that feels like they are doing that too much, like to me, I don't ever feel like anybody's doing that too much, because I'm like, oh, I understand, man. Like I come from a silence life. Like,
Yeah.
shut up, you don't know shit. So it's like when I do get the floor to talk, I'm like, I know shit.
Right.
You know, but again, therapy is for me to go to and be like, oh, I don't really know everything. But I will say, you know, in terms of just, you know, relationships, my love life, people I love, I noticed that, you know, second panic attack is up, he's crazy, I'm out, you know, and it's quite heartbreaking. It's something I'm still trying to work with. I don't like medication. I don't, you know, I'm not with that.
Here's what you do, bro. Stop having panic attacks. No, I'm just playing.
Yo, that's literally what everybody tells me on some like
They don't tell you
insensitive
that.
shit.
No, they
on
tell
some
you-
insensitive shit, people just tell me like, yo, like one of my first like anxiety attacks, like I remember like this like girl that was friends with a girlfriend of mine at the time was just like, you and your stupid fucking attacks, like nobody likes that.
Really?
And it's like, that almost made me feel like an alien in a way. So it's like, it kind of broke me for years. But again, like, you know, I know you have a lot of young people that listen in. So for any young person that listens in, you know, you're not defined by that. And it's like it's a condition that you have, and it sucks, but like you're gonna get through it just as much as I have. Don't ever feel like you're alienated away from other kids or other people. Like that's honestly one of my biggest insecurities.
Is
I
feeling
feel like-
alienated because of your like
Yeah, because I'm like this fucking like nervous wreck all the time. So it's like, I'm always like, fuck, like, I wish my mom was alive. I wish, you know what I mean? I'm always like that, like inside. And it's like, when women find that out, it's like, okay, you know, he kind of takes care of his body. He's talented. He's this, he's that. But I don't like the nervous tick thing. And it's
Right.
like, I don't like the, you know, crying at, you know, 2 a.m. And I don't like the, you know, waking up and all of a sudden you just feel really sad. And it's like, all this isn't to say that I'm fucking crazy. It's just like, with all this, it's like I'm building upon it.
Yeah.
And I'm trying my best after 26 years.
yeah.
I'm trying my best, going somewhere weekly to like really, really
Good.
figure it out. I think, again, like I was saying earlier, in a way that is misunderstood, because people always, you know, when they see a string of crazy events, they think you're a lost cause, or they think you're this, that, and the third. They don't understand the real progression you want to make upon it.
Yeah.
But I'm still resilient.
Well, yeah, man. You know,
You
I
know?
feel like, you know, for you, after 26 years, you know, I think it's dope that you, can acknowledge the shit you go through, and because I've, like I said, I've known you for a long time, so I kind of like, I was always not like, I wouldn't say I was like worried about you, but I could definitely look at young you and see that, you were kind of tossed into this world, right? And it's like you were still mad young, and of course there's a lot of pressure to like perform and make hits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You were signed to a deal and shit.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a lot of pressure that comes with that. And I was always kind of like, man, and and in the beginning as well, it's a little better now, but it's difficult to, like, how do you market a young Asian rapper? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So-
man, I had to take a lot of the heat before anybody else.
Yeah, so-
I will say that.
And I remember, you know what I'm saying, you went through a lot of different phases in terms of like just like how you looked and how you were marketing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like, I know, I realized for you, as somebody, when you're that young, you're still really trying to figure out who you even are, right? So now it's like,
Yeah.
but it's like back then, it's like you kind of have to not only put out a certain image, but you got to use this image to like sell records. So it's like, I knew for you, like, I was always more like, I hope he, like, I hope he's okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I tried to be.
Yeah.
I really did. There was a part of me that really, really did.
Yeah.
Like, I just didn't really have the foundation to do it.
Mm-hmm.
When everybody's older than you and when everybody has money and you have very few, like, very little to, leverage yourself with, it's like you just kind of submit to what the people around you teach you, and I was very impressionable.
Mm-hmm.
My therapist always tells me that too. Like, I get into like this very beat myself up mood, and she's like, Russell, you are impressionable. You're not understanding this. And I'm still trying to understand that. Till this day I am. I encourage anybody to still try to, if they did have a fucking shitty past, like, always try to understand that about yourself. Because we tend to, and when I say just people in general that have, demons, it's like you tend to beat yourself up all the time about them. It's the worst. Very common.
Yeah. We all got demons, man.
Yeah.
We're all trying to get better, learn.
Yeah. It just comes with understanding. I think that's another thing too that I've kind of embarked on since, my therapy resurgence. Just living with understanding, because I never used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to be something in the music industry for so long that I wasn't living with understanding people. And I think too, like, again, rooting that to like just how generations are and how Instagram is and how everything is, like, nobody's growing with a sense of understanding. They just want to get lit. Like, you're not even understanding.
They
what
only
you
see
want to do.
they only see the end product. You know what I'm saying? They see
Yeah.
the glamorous shit. They don't recognize the journey. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I feel like you understand, as more than anyone as well. Like, I always tell people, I'm like, yeah, I've been doing this YouTube shit and just entertainment shit for like I got on YouTube in 2006, so that'd be like 14 years, and I feel like I'm just beginning to really get my foot in the door of what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really just beginning to get in the auditions of like what I want to audition for and shit like that. So it's like people don't realize, and when we talk about perseverance and work ethic, it's like, fuck, there's a million talented people, but like, if you aren't working hard to, recognize your potential and really like put in the work, it's like, it's pointless,
Yeah, man. That's why, like, I just stick to that now. What I am thankful for, off what you're saying, is like, out of a dark and troubled industry past, I've learned that I've inherited an incredible fucking work ethic, and I've seen it all. So it's like, and I kind of want you to share me yours, but I have this final plan of just being gone, like, away.
Yeah.
Like, not on no shit where I'm like, peace guys, like, fuck all, like on some Dave Chappelle, but on some like, I just want to like put good stuff out.
Yeah.
I don't want to be out here like, look at my watch. Like, I don't want to be out here. Yeah, there was like this point in time in my life where I got back to Toronto and I had nothing. I literally had like absolutely fucking nothing. And at the times where I had nothing after having everything, I figured out the value of things. And I just saw that like my peace is like my biggest value I should keep. So like, I want to be peaceful.
Yeah.
Oddly enough, like recently, and I don't know if this is my depression talking sometimes, but I sometimes feel like I'm never going to have kids. Like, I feel like that's like the only thing right now that I'm like willing to stay alive for.
Do you want kids?
I do. It's like the only, like one of the only, like at my like most depressing times, like it's the only reason why I still kind of choose to like be around.
Oh, you'll have kids,
You know?
dude.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know. If I do, it'll be great. You know, I think that's like, it's something that would keep me around.
Yeah.
You know, I think having a kid would just be like, okay, you have a purpose again.
Yeah.
You know, besides entertaining people. You know, it's
Just
like
bust inside
weird.
a bunch of random groupies, dog, and see what happens.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you know, I think that'd keep me around. I mean, I have like a lot of shitty feelings about my future when it comes to that side because I never really seen a stable side of life.
Okay.
Like I've always been like an outsider to that. Like I've always been like the go over to a friend's house and like everybody's family is like so like yeah, and you're like, oh shit. Like not that you don't like your family, but it's like
Yeah.
oh, like this is how you guys do it. Like, and then you start questioning yourself and your values and how things go. And then you know, you grow up and again, like you're an adult and you start seeing like childhood is everything.
It's important, man. Like I told you, my whole fucking the way I feel about life is kind of all goes back to how my parents supported me.
Your parents are great. I've never met your parents,
Look,
by the way.
bro.
I should.
Next time
I'm
you're out
fucking
here,
pissed I've
next
never
time you're out
met your
here,
parents.
next time you're out here, we're gonna you're coming over for dinner, all right?
Yo, we should definitely.
I'm like,
do.
I'm not even like. Usually it's like we try to work. You know what I'm saying? Last time you were out here, we shot a music video. This time we got you on the podcast. Next time you're coming over for fucking dinner.
I'm down, dude.
All right?
I'm very, very much down.
Yeah. Cook you some Thai food.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man.
But I will say, out of everything, you know, because I do want it to come to a conclusion because it's so like
Please.
all over the place.
Please.
Um,
Actually, it doesn't even need a conclusion, dog. But if you want it, go ahead.
yeah. I just want to like take care of myself. I want to see how long I go.
Good.
You know, I've had a lot of fucking playful thoughts with like getting out of here.
I know you have.
know? Really, even a couple weeks ago, I did. I'm not even.
I know.
You know,
That's
I
why
had
that's why I'm worried about you.
You did text me.
I did text you.
You texted me. He texted me. You checked on me.
I did.
You checked on me.
Because
like
I
that.
know you.
Yeah, it's you know, just being in like and that's been going on since I was like 13.
I know.
So it's like I just yeah, man, I have this like little thing in me that just like, yo, I should keep going.
You should, bro.
Make a kid or something, you know.
Look,
around
man.
for a bit.
Fucking
Cool.
Stick around, dog. Ignore your stupid thoughts. Stick around.
I'm trying to.
Look, we have look, dog. We are just getting started in this shit, bro.
I love how the sun is setting as we're talking.
I
This
know.
is so romantic.
It's romantic. All right? Look, stick around, dog, because we're just getting started, okay? We have like so much that we're still gonna do. And aside from the career shit, we're gonna fucking have like babies. My kids are gonna play with your kids, all right?
Down.
We're gonna make hits, and then we're gonna just like we're gonna go on. You're gonna come eat Thai food at my family's house, all right?
Yeah.
So you know, stick around, dog, and fucking like you know, feel free to text me whenever you have stupid thoughts again, all right?
I have funny thoughts, like again, like what I was saying about, you know, and I want to know yours because you're so interesting to me as a person. But I have like my final thing is literally like being away and probably like Kauai or something.
And just live
this
there.
fucking studio. You know, good little phone to, you know, contact, be still around like my managers and stuff, put out music, still be in touch with the people. Have my little fucking big ass dog. I want a little big ass dog, like a nice little like mini husky.
Okay.
And then like my cat. and just like literally always just, if I want to say something, I want to say something good, and I want people to like really understand that like I'm just really trying to take time for me.
I feel you.
Because I like a lot of my idols did that. And I feel like that's a lot of, not being in the mix is like very good for you, being partially in the mix is like good. That's why I kind of fuck with the way you operate things, because you're like partially in the mix. Like you do the industry stuff, but also you don't, because you keep a good,
I keep my distance, but I'm in it because I need to be a little bit, right?
Exactly. We all do,
Cheers.
But again, like, within keeping my peace, I think I've lived such a tense life that that's my end goal. But I want to know Tim's end goal, because it's like, and again, prefacing this, like, I always look to you as that dude with such incredible intentions. And I know that like you've been married. Yeah. You have, a great, incredible home, but I feel like you're not done yet. In my eyes and in my thoughts as a friend, I feel like you're not done yet.
Well, here's the thing. I definitely don't feel like I'm done. I have a lot more that I want to accomplish, right, career wise. But also, not gonna lie, like getting married and shit will really kind of alter your perspective a little bit. Because
in what way?
In this way, in that I felt like there was a time where I felt like my priority is getting all my goals accomplished, right? And then when I got married, and then I really realized, I'm like, wow, I'm really happy with this person. And then kind of like when not that me and Chia ever got to like, oh, like we're about to break up or anything, but definitely like there was like a thought where I was like, I would trade all this, like all the fucking fame shit for sure, just to fucking make sure me and Chia were good if it came down to it. You know what I'm saying? So it was like priority.
Love, I like that.
And it was like, it's some shit I never thought of before, where it was like, this person really does make me happy. So it's like everything else is kind of irrelevant. You feel me? So it was like, where originally the end game was like, let me fucking be popping, where I was like, I really wanted to just be like remembered, like leave like a legacy behind. Like I really, and that still is the goal. Like I want to be, I want to be remembered. You know what I'm saying? I want to leave like a fucking legacy. Like I want people to like, light candles on the anniversary of my death and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I be feeling like that too. And it's so weird. Like that's bad date conversation. Cause it's like you tell somebody that and then they're like, I don't want you to die. No, it's not that. I'm not putting death in the air. I just want to fucking be great.
Find somebody that's down to talk about death with you, bro.
Yeah, man.
I fucking love weird. Talking about death, dog. I talk about that shit all the time.
I think I like horrify people because it's like I've been around it so much.
Yeah.
So it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm numb to it, but it's like it's loose to me. It's like I've gotten over deaths. I'm still dealing with one right now.
Right.
But that's just funny you said that. It's crazy because I also do feel the same way. Like I hear the same thing when people talk about like having a kid. Like once you have a kid, it's out the window. It's like that kid is like the main priority.
Yeah.
That's cool to hear though.
That's how I feel too. It's like, I definitely, we definitely gonna have some babies, but and not that my goals of my career are have dissipated in any ways. I'm definitely still trying to like, I want to be fucking like, I want to be somebody that people look back on like, oh, like on some legendary shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. But like also,
you got that support system that's just so irreplaceable. It's like, but you also, don't ever want to.
But also like, it's like at the end of the day, if it's just me and wifey chilling, I'd be happy with that too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's actually like a simple life thing I'm dealing with right now, to like, just kind of seeing like, just like, I kind of gave it some thought the other day. I always analyze myself,
Yeah.
And like what fucks me up as a man and like what really fucking gets to me.
Yeah.
And I noticed that I just have this like pattern with like women where like, I always want to make my girl proud. Like, because since I don't have my mom here, and that was like my thing with my mom, like draw and paint a bunch of fucking stupid things on a thing, and it's Mom, look,
right.
I was that. And gradually my mom look turned into like, mom, look, I sold out a show. Mom, look, I'm doing this. Mom, look, I'm doing that. And then my mom died. And then I didn't get to like the complete like holding a Grammy being like, mom, look. So I have this like shitty compensational like depression upon myself.
Oh, like you feel like you didn't do enough.
Yeah, so I try to do that with women.
I see.
All the fucking time.
But
Like,
do you
I
feel
just-
like your mom was proud of you, is proud of you?
Yeah, it's still a big thing I deal with though. Like, regardless of however many people tell me like, I'm just proud of you and all that.
Yeah.
It's just it's still a shittiness that's still brought upon you.
Nah.
Like, I had so much more to do.
Yeah.
You know, so with like the women I meet, it's always like I always want to make them proud. I'm always like this fucking super like, give me a chance, man. I'm just fucking trying, man. I'm not good at this. Like,
And
I'm
meanwhile, they're like,
fucking
Russell, just take your dick out, God.
yeah, man, it fucking sucks. Man, it sucks because the goods like that, all that comes along with it.
Right.
It sucks. Like I just, it's the good dick problems. You have them and like they're just, they come with a bit of emotion. Like it comes with a lot of emotion. But that's also why I like try to get out of the dating world. I'm a little not trying
What's
to
up?
be
You
in
dating
that.
anybody now? The ladies want to know.
No,
Curious minds want to know.
I'm working on me.
Good.
That's such like a mid-20s answer.
But it's fact.
I really am though. I'm trying to repair myself, honestly. I'm
You
like
can't-
trying to still rehabilitate.
You can't fully give yourself to someone unless you are one whole person yourself, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I try to fucking preach.
Yeah, I'm trying. I think there'll always be a little bit of inside demons in me. But hopefully there'll be somebody to understand that. I long for that. And just again, like also relating it to the conversation we're having, I really admire that out of you and Chia. It's almost like this big understanding of like knowing what you're doing. And also knowing what comes with it. A lot of this frustration, a lot of these bad weeks that you've been having recently, and like a lot of that stuff. I just hope that I find somebody that's on that level, because
You will, man.
You
Look,
know.
man. Look. I'm almost 10 years older than you, dog. You got time, bro. You good.
I'm hoping I do, man. A lot of things point towards me not. But I'm trying. Again, I'm trying
Fuck
to stay
those
resilient.
things. You gonna be good, man.
I'm trying,
You
man.
good, dog.
I'm trying.
You're gonna
Tim.
find love. You're gonna find success. You're gonna have kids.
Yeah. I want to find success first, though.
Yes, bro.
Because along with that, I do feel like I will find the mental clarity to bring myself forward.
You're gonna
And,
find clarity. You're gonna find success. You're gonna find yourself. You're gonna find love.
I want to, along with all this, though, I want to know what you'd be like as a dad in your head. Like how I always think you're going to be like the tightest, like the coolest dad ever.
I hope so. I think so.
How do you think you're going to be as a dad?
I think I'm gonna be fucking dope. I think I'm gonna be well, not gonna lie.
Do you hold babies and shit? Like, do you like?
I've held babies. I don't
do
like.
You know, like.
I don't know the exact way to hold a baby.
I don't know the exact way to hold a baby. That's how I know I'm gonna fuck up.
I've never changed a diaper in my life.
That's
So-
like, yeah, it's just like I've only done it once, and I'm like, I don't know. Like,
But
I don't know how.
I do know that I'm gonna be cool parent and she is gonna be strict parent. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna be like, baby.
like, ask dad.
Yeah. I'm like,
Ask mom.
See, what does your mom say? I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. Time will tell. You'll definitely see in the vlogs. Like gotta get these vlog views up. So probably gonna get her pregnant sometime. Who knows, man?
Along with marriage,
Yeah.
I know that this is a very general question.
Yeah.
But what's that make you feel after all the years of being just you to like having to 50-50 it with somebody now?
You know what?
And not finance, just life-wise.
Yeah. Here's the
know?
thing.
Sharing your life with somebody, because that's something I think about a lot.
I'll tell you this right now. Here's been the biggest challenge, right? I'm gonna tell you the easiest part and the hardest part, because I haven't talked about this anywhere yet. The easiest part for me and Chia and getting married is that we were, me being an only child and loving my own alone time, and her also loving her own alone time.
Yeah.
It helped in our marriage from being long distance for so long to being married, because it was never an issue when someone needed to be like, hey, I need my alone time. I need to be in this side of the room.
Was that ever acknowledged?
Yes, it was one time, and I low-key got salty about it, and then I realized I was tripping. Because one time I was staying at her place for like a few weeks, and then I kept trying to be all in her shit because I was used to making the most out of our time as a long-distance couple.
Yeah.
But after a couple weeks, she was kind of like, hey, babe, can you just let me like fucking do my makeup in peace? You know what I'm saying? And at first I was a little salty, but then I realized, why am I tripping for? I love my own alone time. I love my routine. This is why we function so well together, right? So in turn, that helped us as a married couple, because, you know, a lot of people, I feel like when they move in together for the first time, they don't know what their boundaries are. So they're kind of stepping all over each other's shit. They get annoyed of each other. They get sick of each other. But we, after being long distance, we kind of realized when someone needs their time, they need their time. It's cool. It's not an issue, right? So that really helped us function together. Yeah. Here's where it became where there's challenges, is that I'm an only child, right? My whole life. And had my own shit, and then lived by myself for like 5-6 years. The challenges in the marriage would be when Chia's like, why wouldn't you tell me about this? Or why wouldn't you let me know about this certain situation? You know what I'm saying? She's like, yo, we're a team now. You know what I'm saying? And I was so used to just doing shit impulsively, doing shit on my own, like not having to worry about what anybody else thought. I would just, buy random shit, make random decisions, and she would come across these purchases or decisions and be like, dude, like, you got to let me know. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you hiding this from me? And and I'm like, I'm not trying to hide shit. I'm not used to having to let someone else in on my decisions. You feel me? Yeah. So that was the only issue like we would really come across, because me coming from never having to share anything.
Yeah,
and then
you
being
now
like,
have to.
this is what I'm doing with my life now. You feel me?
And it's not necessarily ever a bad thing, because you're just letting somebody be aware of the activity that you're on, because you are around them that much.
Because it's not like I was hiding shit. It was just I didn't know I was supposed to share it. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that's something, we're coming up on our 2nd year of marriage now, where I'm really fully now beginning to realize, okay, we are a partnership, and I gotta really kind of fill her in. You know what I'm saying? We're a team in this shit. But yeah, man.
Nice. I like hearing that perspective. It's
I'm learning too, dog.
Nice. I'm always like fascinated with unconditional love. That's like something I'm super, just because like I also grew with my stepdad like being really in love with my mom. And like that was like my kind of first taste of seeing like that whole till death do us part shit. Where my stepdad was like literally at my mom's deathbed, and I'm like, oh, that's love. So I've held myself to like that standard. Now, I had my time, like I went out, I did some fucking great, cool,
we all
sexual
had our
things.
time, dog.
And it's not like I'm at this grown position where I'm like, oh, I want to go settle down. It's none of that. But I do like to play and also think of the thought, and with the thought of like just like an unconditional situation. Because I think that after our past I've had, that'd be a great thing, to kind of lean on somebody and be like, hey, been through some shit. I kind of just need you to accept me through it. But it's always great hearing those perspectives, man.
I'm hooking up
like,
with one of Chia's cousins, dog. All right.
It's not even that though. It's like, I just don't want to, I don't want to settle.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah. Like
You
I want.
shouldn't. And none of y'all should either. Don't settle. That's where people fuck up. All
yeah.
right?
I'm always like that too. Like I hate fucking settling. Yeah. So it's like, I always encourage to like my friends and shit, like don't fucking settle, because if it's not all the way like how you want it, it's never going to be.
And then next thing you know, they're in a marriage with 3 kids with a bitch they don't even like.
Yeah, man. That's
and that bitch could be a man or a woman, is what I'm saying.
I'm really not trying to do that. But again, it's just like these family values I've always kind of like, I don't know, I've just instilled in myself, like just to look at my past and being like, I don't want my family to end up like this. Yeah. Not a diss to my family. Yeah. It's just, I want to do this differently, and I want to do this differently, and I want to do this differently. Yeah. Figuring that all out now. Did you ever figure that out at 26?
What part?
Just like Like, what was 26 like for you in terms of realizations?
Shit, man. 26.
Everybody, by the way, tells me 26 is like, oh, you're going to realize this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't think so, but okay.
It's kind of hard to gauge. I'd have to look back on my vlogs and see where I was at. to be completely honest,
to say that.
It's like, if I want a timeline of my life, I gotta look back on the vlog. But I'd tell you this.
Fuck memories. This is all virtual.
that would have meant I was like 6 years into the YouTube shit, which means it was pretty great. And let's see. Wait, how old am I now? Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd have to check my vlogs and look. 26. Shit. I tell you this, all my odd years were my best years. 25, 27, 29.
Really?
Yeah, those were like my favorite years.
Yeah. I'm approaching 27 and I'm so afraid.
Let me tell you, dog, if it goes the way my life went, your odd years are going to be lit. And look, even this year's one of my even years, and it's fucking rough.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. Shit.
But, okay, not fucking rough, low-key rough.
True.
Because, okay, to be fair and honest, none of my years have been really rough, okay?
Yeah.
It's been good for me.
Yeah.
Literally not even this year. Just the past couple weeks has been my stupid couple weeks.
Yeah. But it's like the beginning of the year, so you're almost like defining.
But a psychic told my mom that next year is supposed to be my most popping year of like my life.
Your mom went to like a full-on psychic and just like tried.
She used to get massages from this lady in Thailand who was also a psychic, and this is what the psychic told my mom, that next year of my life is supposed to be my most popping year. So which is why, like, looking on this year, where I'm like, oh, shit's low-key rough, I feel like, okay, this is the reset.
The calm before the storm.
Exactly. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? So I'm
Cool.
ready for it, dog. For you and me, dog.
Yeah, man, I'm trying. I think, funny enough, like, I just think it's like all of what I've been through is all gonna add up, because,
It is.
you know, if I popped off at that time or you saw me,
You would have been such an annoying
I
asshole.
would have been fucked.
You
I
would've
would
been
have been
fucking-
probably off
yeah.
so much Xanax.
Oh, dog, you would have had a fucking
If I found
scandal.
out what drugs were at that time, oh my fuck.
If you popped off back when we thought you were gonna pop off at like 17, you would have been such a little shit.
I would have been off all the drugs. I would have been fucking zannied out, I will admit. Because that shit was just fucking stressful.
You would have had like 3 scandals.
Bro, like all those tours, by the way, I was like by myself. Like I had to use the house DJ, so like literally I was by myself in all those hotels.
Oh,
Like-
right. Word.
Like
I would
you
take-
were with Rick
I would
all the
take
time.
Rick,
Like
yeah.
everybody had people with. I had nobody with me. By the way, nobody traveled with me. Like even when I went to Australia, nobody traveled.
No,
with
I
me. So
remember.
like, imagine having to do all that shit alone. Is like, so I'm now realizing, like even like my therapist had to be like, Are you listening to yourself right now?
You should have brought Wiggles along.
Yeah, I miss Wiggles. Shout out Wiggles. Yo, it's so crazy how you know that far too. Fuck.
Oh, you want?
I wish I brought Wiggles with
my
me.
Wiggles, girl.
It sucks, man. I mean, like, yo, like, you know, I wish I had somebody with me. I wish I had a Rick with me. Because that's cool. It's like you have somebody that grew up with you that kind of like knows you. So it's like with whatever happens as you're digesting it, they are too. So it's like it's somebody outside to tell you. Sometimes I wish I did have a Rick
Rick's
with
definitely been there to keep me in check. So,
me. I wish Rick was here.
I know. Well, next time.
I'm really sad I couldn't get the full cast, but at the same time, I'm like very happy that I kind of.
This was
like
nice.
you and I.
This was pleasant. I
This
think
is
people are
cool.
gonna really like this.
We always have very in-depth conversations.
We do. You know, it's like it's kind of hard to not do that with when we're just chopping it up. You know.
Yeah, man.
And also, your hair reminds me of Willy Wonka right now. I like it.
does it? Am I? What do I look like right now? I
You're
don't even
looking.
know what I
It's
look
Willy
like.
Wonka status.
I'm
man.
feeling. Funny enough, too. Like I'm feeling very like me recently.
Good.
It's weird. Like I like having big poofy hair. I like I've been in this whole like, hey, everything is everything is looking good with you, man.
Should
You're
I get a
happy.
perm? Is that what you're saying?
You should. What are you thinking of doing with your hair, by the way?
I don't know. I don't know, man. We'll see. I don't
You're just in that
just kind of
fade mode.
I get the fade and I put it in a hat.
How is it like having that whole like? Because that's where I'm trying to go. Like I'm trying to not like just like I'm trying to like fucking grow it.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm gonna be on some growing shit.
I was there already. I had my shit down on my nipples before my wedding.
Why did you cut it off?
I shaved it off because I didn't want to have a man bun for the wedding. That was literally
Oh, really? That's all?
Yeah, I was like, I shaved it off going into 2018, the year I got married. And I was like, I'm just going to shave. Because remember, it was like down to my nips. You know what I'm saying? I shaved it off and I grew it out until my wedding. And that's what you saw it at the wedding, 2018.
Huh.
Yeah, bro.
The fact that I went to your wedding is fucked.
Of course.
By the way.
Of course, dog.
Thank you for inviting me.
Man, of course, bro.
Thank you.
You know, none of the Wild 'N Out people were at my wedding. And like people are always like, why were there no Wild 'N Out people? I'm like, well, first of all, if I had to invite one, I feel like I had to invite all of them. You feel me?
Yeah.
Or else it would have been weird.
That was a really cool wedding, by the way.
That was the fun. I love that wedding so much. I had so much fun. I almost want to throw another wedding. You know what I'm saying? Just throw like
so?
a big extravagant party.
I thought that was really cool. I was just like, wow, I'm seeing Tim grown up. This is nice.
Kind of crazy, right?
Very, very. Like, do you ever feel like you're in like somewhat of a weird mix, like in this growing up shit? Because like, again, I always want to ask you these questions because I really want to fucking grow up. So it's like, I envision you as Tim the man and then Tim rapping at Subway. So
Wow. Deep.
it's like, you know, I always want to, because I just want to be braced for that as me. I think this is like a podcast of just straight advice because I'm trying to get it all, man. I really want to be braced for my older life like you are.
I'll tell you this, all right? I'll tell you this.
You seem very put together in a sense, you know?
Look, I'll tell you this, man. You can't rush anything. Just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? I definitely never was like, I'm looking to get married. I'm looking to do this. I was with Chia for 6 years before I proposed. You feel me? And to a lot of people, that's crazy, you know? But I did it.
Why is that crazy, by the way?
They feel like some girls feel like after 2 years, you should propose already.
That's whack.
You should know, or you should shit or get off the pot. And for me, you know, I did it when I felt like I was ready. And when I did that, when I proposed, I was 100% about my decision. You know what I'm saying? I felt like this is completely what I want. And there was no doubt, because not only were we long distance, but we had, you know, we had gotten to know each other for fucking 6 years. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like in terms of a growing up process, you can't rush it. You can't force it. You just kind of do it on your own terms. And it'll just kind of happen, bro. You know, it'll just kind of happen when it happens. And it's like, it's all like your own speed, your own process. For me, I was definitely like, when I made Chia like my chick, I was like over the groupie shit, you know? And it was like nothing was forced. I met her and I felt like she's different. Like, I was with my ex for like 4 years, and I was telling Rick and them that like after like a month of dealing with Chia, I was like, this is something completely different than I could never.
That's so cool.
Like when I was with my ex, bro, I could never picture a future together with her after 4 years. But with Chia for like a month, I was like, I could see myself with this woman in the future. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I feel like it's just kind of like, you just kind of have to trust the process. That's it. You know? Can't force it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
It's very cool to hear. Again, I just, I think I long for a good amount of peace. I want to find peace with somebody.
You'll find it.
So
you will find it.
It's good to hear it from you, man.
You will find it, okay?
I'm hoping to.
Homegirl, stream. Tell us about your project one more time.
Stream Boy Lonely, man.
All right? Learn about this man through his music, dog. I appreciate you for coming through, bro. I fucking love you, bro. You're my little brother in this shit, all right?
And you're big, bro.
I'm here for you, dog, whenever. Call me, dog. FaceTime me when you need to, okay?
Definitely.
I hate FaceTimes without texting beforehand, but
I'll do that.
Okay, cool.
I'll do that.
I was about to say you can FaceTime me without a text, but you know what? Text me first.
I'll be considerate.
Thank you.
Considerate. I'll do it.
But do it, dog. All right? All right. Follow this man on everything. Stream his music. Let's take another shot, and then you got a flight to catch.
I actually do, yeah.
Because they about to close the borders in Canada, so.
Yeah, I don't know when this is gonna come out, but hopefully you guys aren't like fully under lockdown. And if you are, subscribe to us.
It's literally coming out tomorrow.
Watch our shit. Oh, it is?
It's literally coming out tomorrow. Like, we needed to do this today.
Dude, listen to my... Hey, if you're fucking quarantined right now, you have to listen to my shit. It's really good. And watch his stuff.
Cheers.
Cheers. I know you're not fucking doing anything else. I know your porn history, okay? If you have all the time in the world to search that shit up, you have all the time in the world to subscribe to him and listen to him.
Put on some Pornhub, stream his music, stream Homegirl. We got our video coming out soon. You can jerk off to it. We got some big booty females in that shit. Some of the booties are real, some of the booties are fake. Shout out to my boy Russell for coming through.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the No Chaser podcast. I'm Timothy De La Ghetto. Peace, motherfucker.
The royal penis is clean, Your Highness.
Thank you. King shit.